Hey there, my awesome fifth period, fourth period, third period, second period, first period, and of course, sixth and seventh, whatever. So I am going to show you how to do the project for our assignment. First thing you gotta do is open up that green folder, classification and cells, unit 5. We're gonna go down to the black cells folder, and we're gonna drive ourselves all the way down here to the 0301-1121 folder. First thing I want to point out to you is if you have your cell theory intro assignment, the Amoeba Sisters paper, you're going to go ahead and submit that here. I do want to point out that you should have all 3 columns filled in. What do I mean by that? I mean that you should have this front page from the Amoeba Sisters filled in, this back page from the Amoeba Sisters filled in. So if you today have not filled in the makes me think of, this might be a good time for us to work with a partner, and we will get our partners assigned to us shortly. And you're going to be putting down the makes me think of each thing. So you're going to give an analogy or an illustration. I like analogies because sometimes my drawings aren't that great. So for a cell membrane, makes me think of a balloon. Okay, cool. And then I could go on to explain why. Reason I think cell membrane is kind of like a balloon is it holds all the junk in, and if you pop it, there's cytoplasm everywhere, which is kind of like Jello. Now you're going to make sure that you got all those functions filled in, which we did do in class, and I reviewed it especially on Tuesday to make sure that everybody had it filled in. Now, if you do not have that filled in, you can go right over here to the intro to cells from the Amoeba Sisters and watch that video again for the 30th time this week and get those answers there. I'm not going to spend more class time on that because I don't feel like it's fair to hold behind the kids who have been doing their work for the kids who are not doing any work. So let's go ahead and move forward for the kids who are doing work. You rock. Type of cell. So this is just a carryover from up here where we talked about what is in a prokaryote, eukaryote, or both. Remember, both would be cell membrane, right? And the cell membrane lets certain things in or not. And you have filled all of that out. Great job, great job, great job. We will use this right now over here to submit. So you will submit the assignment and upload it to this page. That is due today, so go ahead and upload that bad boy right now. Second thing, I'm going to go back here to the blue folder 0301-11. This is the last thing we're doing before we go on spring break. This is your last chance to get your grades up, boys and girls. We're going to go to the Organelle Presentation due Monday. We took our notes on what the function of each organelle is. Now you and a partner are going to create your own examples based on what the organelles do. So this, if you look up here, locks on Wednesday. It's the last chance to turn anything in. I want you to get those things turned in. You're going to also explain what the organelle does and then compare each organelle to something else from our world. So for example, Mr. Sawchuk said that the cell membrane reminded him of a balloon. Cool. Going to look at another example. The nucleus is similar to a brain that stores the instructions for the rest of the cell to complete or do. We know that the nucleus holds the genetic material or DNA inside of it. On the following slides, you'll find different organelles. Talk with your partners and figure out each one. You will have 20 to 25 minutes to work on this in class today. Tomorrow we will spend a work day working on the next 5 or 6. You could probably get 10, let's say 10 done. And you and your partner are going to be presenting these starting next week, the week before spring break. For each slide, you'll be assigned an organelle from the cell, and you'll see on the slide it's got that written down. You'll see what it says. You're going to write down what its job is. So what does the organelle do? How many others of you are there? 0, 1, or many. So like ribosomes, I know there's a bunch of different ribosomes in a cell. for a nucleus. I know there's only the one nucleus, so there'd be 0 other nucleuses or nuclei. What could you be compared to in the human world? So that's where our analogy comes in. The famous refrigerator example for the vacuole, right? That's one I always give. Refrigerator. No D. And then when food gets taken into the cell, what do you do? So what do you do with the proteins, or what do you do with the glucose? Okay, what's the thing that happens with you? All right, if you do not know the answer for 5, I'm not going to kill you on that. I will work with you on that. You could probably get that piece figured out with some additional Googly searching, but we're just looking at what the cell organelles do with the materials they're given. Okay, now I'm going to download and open this up. Click Enable Editing. Done. Cell parts be like, what? So here you're going to type your name. So I'm going to type my name is Organelle Fred. Oh, you spelled Organelle right, Fred. Sorry. Now it's your turn. Here are literally the instructions I just read for you. Here is an example slide, a blank one, so you can see what the blank slide looks like. Here is an example of a bad slide. All I did was go to Wikipedia or Google, type in the junk, copy paste. Bad, 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 bad. Stop doing that, kid. Example of a good slide. I answered each question as it went along. I included a photograph. If you look, I'm expecting you to insert a picture for each thing, okay? Please, 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 please don't steal all my stuff for nucleus. You can put similar things, but I did put things in there that would be 7th and 8th grade standards so that I know if you're just copying and pasting my stuff. Okay, so you do this for each of the cells, and then what's going to happen is I am going to have you present on 3 different organelles. Okay? So you will be presenting 3 of the ones that you created. That's not to say that you only have to do 3. You have to do all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All 17 of the organelles that you've been given. This is a 3-day project. You have 3 days to get this done. So if I'm dividing 17 by 3, I know that I need to get at least 5 done a day. Well, today's Wednesday, it's a short day. We're not going to have time to get more than maybe 3 or 4 done. If you get 7 done, that would be amazing, but not more than 3 or 4. So we'll try to get those done. Then you can add and do additional things as you need to. If I was somebody who had a partner, I would have my partner work on one half and I would work on another half, and then I would share the PowerPoint to the other person. You can do that by emailing them on Office 365 in the Outlook app. You can do that by sending them, I don't think you can send each other your PowerPoints. You could share your PowerPoint with each other though. That would work. And then you both have access to the different parts of it. This way, when it's your turn to present, you and your partner are able to get those things done and get credit for it. You're both responsible for your specific assignment. So it's Organelle Fred and Amoeba Bob who are working on this one together. Okay? That is the expectation. That is what we're supposed to do. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Of course, you can reference this video at any time. I'm going to post it here to the assignment. You can also rewatch the Amoeba Sisters video as you need to. Best of luck. This is a 15-point project, and y'all can kick some major butt, get your points up there, and win. Going to be placing you strategically with different partners. Best of luck.